There's our cinnamon buns. We're about ready to roll them. Way, like this. Roll it like that. And stop it about halfway. Okay, that's good. Alright, so we've rolled it about halfway. I'm going to cut it here.
Need a sharper knife or a strong
Not
knife?
at all. I use a dull thing like this because I don't want to damage the countertop or the surface underneath here that I'm using to spread this out on.
Oh,
there you go. All right.
So you have one roll done, huh?
Okay. Now this is being a little obstinate, so I may have to go to a sharper knife. We'll see. All right. Oops, that's the problem with the first few. The ends are always a problem. Make them about 1 inch thick. I'll go for a sharper knife. I don't want to mangle it while I'm cutting it. Hope you like raisins. If you don't like the raisins, you're going to hate this. Hate cinnamon. Definitely not gluten-free. Definitely not low-fat. I might also add it's definitely not cinnamon. You will see that later. Okay, this is what we got so far. Now the next step is I got to put this somewhere to rise for like 30 minutes. Back in the oven it goes. I'm going to put it on warm for about 5 minutes and then I'm going to turn it off while we're cutting the next batch. These are little oddie ends here. We'll fix those up in a little bit. So here we go with the next batch of cinnamon buns. Because these will continue to rise for a little while. The dough is working, as we say. There we go. Strange ends, we'll take care of those in a little bit. This is the next batch of, or the next container. We'll fill this up and with a little bit of luck we might have enough left to make even a partial third. Okay, there's a second batch and that's going in the oven just to rise for a little bit. The oven's on a little bit of warm. We turned it off. The sous chef's going to help me out here. Thanks so much. There you go. Alright. Okay, this is the third and final group. Making these a little thinner. We'll see how it goes.
I noticed you're using a pie dish.
Yeah, well, it's glass. I've got the stone container is the best, but I think the glass works well too. So here we go. In a moment, we'll fill these up, and I'll put them all out. You can see what they look like just before we put them in the oven. The oven needs to preheat. And we'll fix the little ends here. Figure out, you know, these won't be as good. These will be the taste test, you know.
Little butter?
A little butter, yeah. Need, you know, low calorie.
I guess some of them are dry and they start to come apart.
Yeah, well, I don't put too much butter on the very ends because it runs all over the place when I fold it up. So usually the butter flows from the center to the outside, and if I overdo it, it can get quite messy. So this is just an attempt. There's a biggie in there. This is just an attempt to avoid that. Same thing here. See, not a lot of treats. Well, we'll take care of that. Put a few raisins in it.
So is this like the doctoring, the surgery?
Well, just for the ends. These are the taste tests, actually. When it's all cooked, these are probably the ones we'll nibble on. Oh, that's... Slide that in the middle. Away we go. Okay, in a moment I'll pull them all out and you can see what they all look like before they go in the oven.
Chef!
Alright, so they've been rising for about a half an hour. This one a little bit less, and you can tell. This is kind of a rush version. It's 9:50 a.m. and I'm going to set the oven for 350. And we have about 3 minutes left in this section of the rise. You may not be able to see that. These, well, they won't have risen quite as much. This is a little bit of a rush version.
Why aren't you letting them rise more?
No, not this phase. The second phase, after I make the sponge and I mix the dough, then I let it rise as much as I want. I let it rise about an hour, a little over an hour or so. You know, it depends upon the temperatures outside. It's quite frigid today. That's why I'm using the slightly warmed oven to help out. The longer you let it rise, the lighter and fluffier they are. It's a choice.
Can I show you here?
No, you can't show me because I'm not properly dressed.
Okay. Sorry, Chef.
You want to show me? Go ahead. Woo woo! X-rated cinnamon buns. Show me the buns, she said. But anyway, the dilemma we face is, you know, how light and fluffy do you want them? How long do you want to take to make them?
I want them fluffy.
Well, you should have been here 2 hours ago, okay? But it can take 5 hours to do this easily. My longest record is about 5.5 hours.
Oh, okay.
That's when I let them really rise, you know. And it's a little tricky because if you let them rise too much, then you get a little kind of an odd yeasty taste, you know. So this is it's
a guesstimate. Okay.
It's some trade.
So what are you going to do with that butter?
Well, you know, we could waste it or we could just drizzle just a little bit of it on here. And,
oh man, are you decadent?
Yeah, you know, all you fat food people. Now, this is really not a lot of extra butter. If you look at it, I mean, this is just enough to, you know.
Is it soaking in? Let's see.
Oh, it will. It will. Nothing to it.
It's glistening.
Yes.
Glistening with butter.
There you go. See? So that was, that's it. So when the beeper goes off telling us the oven is ready, we'll whisk them in and away they go. Standing by for phase 4. Okay, it's just about 10 a.m. and the oven is preheated to 350 degrees. So here we go.
I noticed you're putting them on different shelves.
Yep, well, that's the only way they work. I try to keep them in the center. It's just my preference. Timer set.
How long?
30 minutes.
Okay.
So we're ready for the next step. We can do this near the end. This is our lemon juice, vanilla extract, powdered sugar, teaspoon. What we're going to do is make lemon glaze. About halfway through the baking process, and there's how we're doing. Well, there it is, about 10:30 Central Eastern Time, and all of 6 degrees out there. Looks great. I don't see any woodpeckers today. We had a lot of them coming through yesterday looking for something to eat, getting hungry. So it's officially 10:23. We have about 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here on the timer. The oven, hey, you can't see very much, but yeah, they're almost done. Rising nice. The kitchen, this will make sure we don't burn anything. These are special insulated, air insulated aluminum trays, which are great for baking, but in this case I'm just going to use them to protect the surface. Okay, the beeper's going off.
Beep beep.
Timer's done. 30 minutes are up.
Smells delicious.
Grand unveiling.
Dun 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 dun! One sizzling baked.
2.
God, it's so aromatic.
3. Our Christmas angels watching over them.
There's
Okay.
the Christmas angel.
So the next and final step will be the making of the lemon glaze, which is a pretty easy thing to do. It takes about a 1/4 cup of lemon juice.
May I see that again?
Fresh lemon. This is about 1/3 of a cup, maybe a little more.
Did you squeeze that?
Yeah, I squeezed it while you were doing whatever you do. So we need about a 1/4 cup of vanilla. A teaspoon of vanilla. I'm not going to overdo it with the vanilla. And typically for a 1/4 cup of lemon, we need about 1 1/4 cups of the joy juice. But
What is that?
well, this
Powdered sugar?
powdered sugar, yeah. This is, I think, a 1/2 cup. So I'm going to go with 2 of these to start. And whisk them up. And if it's a little too runny, I will add more. Like I said, as I said, this is pretty easy. Yeah, it's pretty juicy, so we're going to add a little more. It should be...
What kind of consistency?
a little bit syrupy. Okay, now we're getting there. And when we put this on the hot buns, it's going to melt into them.
So it's not going to be like cinnamon where it stays.
No, this is sorry. Don't use that C word around me.
Sorry.
This is.
I apologize,
Yeah,
Chef.
this is you know.
Some people like that hard icing on the outside.
Yeah, I know. Well, the secret, as far as I'm concerned, is very simple lemon glaze. You can add a little rum to this if you like, but I'm not going to. Sometimes that can overfill it. And besides, we need more sugar, don't we? You saw what I put in there. So now it's really ready to go. And the secret, as far as I'm concerned, is drizzling it on while they're hot. Unlike the sea people.
I can hear the sizzle.
Yes, exactly. It's actually going to cook in. We'll come back a little more. Got to make sure we got enough here. I'm not going to make any more than this. So this is going to have to do it. So these just came out of the oven at 350, so...
They're still cooking in a way.
They're still cooking, yeah. So that's going to... It's amazing how it just works, you know?
This guy didn't get any.
Oh, okay. That's my quality control here, you know. See any others that may have been missed?
I'm looking. It looks like you got everybody. There's an edge here that's a little dry, but you know that's going to happen.
This one in the corner may not have gotten. You know, and I don't know if you can see. I'm so close, but I like to just drizzle it in. I don't. You know, this 1/4 inch thick gooey thing. No. Not.
Well, it's interesting. I didn't know you put this on while it was still hot because it's.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that there's these rivulets in there.
So I do it. It kind of melts right in, and it just adds a little sweet and lemony flavor.
And then it'll soak in to the middle of it, possibly.
No,
No.
won't make it that far. Sorry. So that's it. Now I'm going to allow her to photograph me once. This is the standard chef outfit. Okay, go ahead. You get 15 seconds here. This is me in the morning cooking my cinnamon buns. It's 10:33. That's 4 hours into the process, and I've already done most of the dishes, so we're good to go. And that's the remains of the messy kitchen. That's it.
Enjoy. Voila.
The Christmas angel looking on. It's time for a taste test. Georgie likes crispy things, so I'm going to take this guy in the corner here. And it's just about 11 o'clock. These are warm, but not overdoing it. Ooh, look at that. A little bit of good stuff on the bottom. That's actually an end, so we'll see. That's not indicative of the best of the best.